Welcome to Nintendo Dads episode 548, recorded on October 9th, 2025. On this week's episode, we talk... Wait, did you guys see that? Wait, get away from me! Ah, I'm being attacked by Pikmin! Ah, Jesse, you know what to do!
Yeah, I'm going to admit that I didn't know what was going on there, and I really thought that Tim was like being attacked by something.
I didn't know what was going on either. I thought he saw,
but then I realized. Then I realized it was just Pikmin. It was just Pikmin. Apparently, they're close to you at all times, which is kind of creepy if you think about it.
Which explains cats.
There's one right here on top of my head. Can't you see it?
Yeah, it explains lots of things. It explains the sounds my house makes when, everything's still.
Yes. Yeah. It explains why my cats go zooming through the house all the time.
They're chasing Pikmin. That is a fantastic... We need to put a pin in that and send it to Nintendo, because that's the animated short I want to see.
There
Cats versus Pikmin.
Yes.
Well, guys, it's Nintendo Dads Thursday night, the 9th of October, episode 548. And joining me on the show this week, Tim and Jesse. How you doing, buddies?
Woo!
Tim's had 2 energy drinks today.
Oh, just one. I had one yesterday, one today.
Oh, okay. You're spacing them out then. Okay,
yes, I'm
spaced
out. Yeah. I am spaced out.
I probably need another one, but I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, I've had a lot of meetings again this week, and they just are draining to me, so I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Just Coke Zero for me tonight, guys. Just I made a a dirty soda. You know what a dirty soda is? It's
with a little cream in it. I have Coke Zero as well.
A little dirty Coke Zero with some cream.
Code Red.
I tried a dirty Diet Dr. Pepper from Sonic once. I didn't like it, but then I tried a dirty Sprite at a bar that had additional flavoring in it. I don't remember what it was. That was better. Still not great.
I think that I
just don't like cream and soda.
I think that the recipe for dirty sodas at Sonic also includes lime, and I'm not into that. I don't. Yeah, and that to me would not be a thing. I just give me the cream. So, because I was already like, I would go to Sonic and get like a Coke Zero with vanilla. So then they did the cream. I was like, oh, you can do.
Yeah, I've done vanilla before. That's fine, but I'm not a fan of the cream.
My favorite when I'm not drinking a zero drink is their Fanta orange with mango flavoring. That's good. I don't get a big one. It's very citrusy or fruity. But hey, it sounds like you guys are having a pretty good week, other than the meetings.
Well, more or less Friday Eve, so.
Well, yeah, I have now been in my house for a week. So I'm trying to do what I can to, in the evenings, get out and be social and not just be a hermit.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think sometimes like you said, you have to. You're to make myself. I know I would sit around the house, be like, I can play video games. And speaking of video games, that's what we're going to talk about this week. We've got a little sprinkle of news. And then we're going to talk about what we've been playing and some other things. So, Jesse, you know what to do. Yeah, and our news is brought to us each and every week by you guys over at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads. And we want to say huge thanks to all our patrons for helping us create more great Nintendo Dads content by being all in over there at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads, including our brand newest patron, Chad Benoit. He's a returning patron. Huh?
Benoit.
No, I looked his last name up.
I know,
It's
I
I
know.
think it's Benoit. Yeah.
It is.
The S threw
I'm
me.
being
The
difficult.
S
That's
threw
all.
me because I'd seen it as without an S before, but it's Chad Benoit, and we're very thankful for him and all of you over at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads. You can get all kinds of benefits by joining in over there, like access to our Discord, full subslated Discord channels for $5 a month. $10 gets you pre and post show audio where we just randomly chat about whatever. And sometimes it's 5 minutes and sometimes it's an hour. But it's extra content. And then for $30 a month, you get all that. Plus, you get to be on the show as a Patreon producer, and all tiers, $1 through $30, get an ad-free feed of the show. After the show each week, Tim goes through the audio and he uses his ad zapper 5000 and he zaps out all the ads and throws them in the garbage. And he does that for you. It's hard work, toiling in the ad mines, but somebody has to do it. And that is his official Nintendo Dad's title on the team is Ad Destroyer. And so he takes care of that.
Pew, pew, pew.
And
You know, what'd be cool
also,
is if I could get some of those. You know, you remember when you used to go bowling and you get those little bowling strike videos in
yes,
between things
yes.
whenever you got a strike. It'd be cool if every now and then I could, for the video version, I could do a ad strike version of that. You know,
It's like an
Pow,
airstrike,
pow,
but
pow,
it's
pow,
just a
pow,
video
pow.
of yeah, it's a
yes,
video of you flying over in an 8-bit plane dropping bombs
yes.
on ads. I would love that. If somebody can animate that, we'll throw you a code or something. I mean,
One of the Nintendo's
we'll
earlier
buy you a game.
arcades was that Skyscraper, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, head over to
You-
patreon.com/Nintendo Ads, join up, you get your ad-free feed of the show. Or if you're a Twitch, so if you follow us on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, you can throw your Prime Twitch Prime subscription our way you gotta do it every month, but you'll also get access to Discord and that gives you the ad-free feed as well. So yeah, that's all we're gonna say about that. Just again, few news items this week. Nintendo earlier this week via their Nintendo Today app released an animated short, Close to You, which came in two versions, confusing and non-confusing. And so the first one came out, and if you haven't seen this yet, pause this podcast and go and watch. We'll be here when you get back, but go watch that. It's about 3 minutes. Beautifully animated video about a baby and its mom. And there's a knock at the door, and the mother has to leave, and then the baby is there, and crazy things start happening. And you don't see the first version of the video, you don't see what's causing it, and people speculation ran rampant. What is this? Is this of course the baby has a teal like little onesie on, so it's like, is that Rosalina? Is this a teaser for the
Baby Rosalina.
Super Mario Galaxy movie? Is this that? Whatever. And then the next day, notification came out that said another Close to You video has been posted. It was the same video, but this time you got to see it was Pikmin who were doing all the stealing the baby's pacifier and
Only if you had the
creating.
Nintendo app, you could see that.
Yes, yeah,
And Nintendo was really
Nintendo
strict
magic.
about that. Both Game Explained and Arlo got videos taken down for showing contents. That
And
was
Kit and Krista.
they
Oh,
did
wow.
too.
Man, they even got
Yes,
Kit
they
and
did
Krista
too.
ninja. Kit and
Yeah.
Krista got ninja. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
So you have to see this on the Nintendo app. So what did you guys think about this?
I found it
did-
entertaining. I liked it.
Yeah, I saw the first video because they posted that everywhere. That was on X, that was on YouTube, and I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. Then I heard that the second video was released. I have not yet had a chance to see it. It's because I've been busy with other things the last few days. But when I heard what it was, I'm like, well, I don't know if I really want to go back and see it again with the extras. Now that the mystery's already been spoiled,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, Nintendo is the ones who did the spoiling, as they should. Still, maybe if they let it linger a little bit longer, then that might have been a little better for the hype.
It did its job.
maybe at least one more day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did its job. It made everybody talk about it for 24
Sure,
hours.
absolutely. It
yeah.
was
I,
beautifully animated.
I kind of had
Tons of
Toy
little
Story
details to
vibes when I
catch.
saw it, and I heard other people say the
Yes,
same
Yes,
same
thing.
here. Yeah.
yeah, Toy Story for sure. I think the music was a little tip off for people who played Pikmin 4. I saw some people commenting on the video
I
on
really
the first
wasn't
day it was
paying
out,
attention to the music.
saying this is really reminiscent of Pikmin. And my comment was, well, it's an advertisement for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus babysitting. Pikmin babysitter,
Yes.
which I'd play that. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'd play that. Add some mouse controls. There you go.
That's Hey Pikmin too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Now it was confirmed today. I think Nintendo did come and confirm that that was the first animated short that was developed by Nintendo Pictures, who, if you remember, Nintendo Pictures is a company that they bought not long ago. It was originally called Dynamo Pictures, and is a
Right.
Japanese animation studio based in Tokyo. And they bought them, and they bought them in 2022, and nobody really heard anything from them since then. But now they have this. This is officially credited to them, and they said, "Look for more coming in the future." It's interesting to note, though, that as I go and look at the Wikipedia page for Nintendo Pictures, that some of the things that they did have done since Nintendo has bought them. Listen to this. So, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, they got a special thanks there. Pikmin 4, they got a very special thanks. Super Mario Wonder, character design, character action design, field design, cinematic design, technical support, project management, and special thanks. Super Mario RPG, character art, animation art, and technical art. Another code recollection, very special thanks. Then in 2025, Death Stranding 2, motion capture.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Figured that they did that work before Nintendo acquired them, because Death Stranding 2 would have been in development for at least 5 years.
Yeah, maybe it's
But
possible.
but when
It's
they
just, to
released
me,
the
it's very
game,
interesting.
Nintendo had the ownership at that point, so they had to credit Nintendo's ownership.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's cool though that they
So,
got that motion cap experience.
yeah.
I figured
So
that was
this
why
is,
they acquired them in the first place.
That makes sense.
but
So
it
I
sounds like they've
presume
been
that they're
trying
going
to.
to
I mean,
have just like the director for the Zelda movie. He's got mocap experience.
mhm.
I figured that the Nintendo Productions or Student Pictures or whatever they're called, it's going to have something to do with that Zelda movie as well, with some of the technical
They
aspects.
actually, looking back through their history, have a great history of motion capture throughout several kind of well-known games, including wrestling games. They did WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2027 or 27 or 2007.
2027
Sorry. Yeah, they're in the future. They're already
future
making it.
wrestling.
They also did Monster Hunter Stories motion capture for that. So they've been pretty prolific. But this, close to you, is the very first short produced fully in-house by Nintendo Pictures. So no, though it may have called the DreamWorks style to mind a little bit, it was completely all them. So really cool. If you haven't gone and seen it, go to the Nintendo app. I would recommend you watch both versions. Take about 7 minutes and
Yeah,
watch
you
the
should
first
watch
one,
the
and
first
then
version first.
yeah, watch how it goes, and then watch how they show the Pikmin. It's pretty cool. Dave
From what I
Byleka asks
understand,
us,
they have a version of it where they're showing it side by side, I think.
really?
Or they're breaking it down. And it might be the one they
Hmm,
have out in the app today. Yeah, because it's like 8 minutes long. So I think they're showing
okay.
both together, going like
See, I hadn't
breaking it
gone over to
down.
the app today, but that's a good idea. If they've done that, I like that. Close to you is in the app, and oh well.
Yeah, it's like 8 minutes.
I think I'm
plus
on
long.
yesterday's. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, 8 minutes. So I think
Good.
I think that's going to show you both of them. So it's first on the app. So if you haven't
Yeah.
refreshed today, go in there and check it out.
Real quick while I'm in here, I just
Of
Yeah,
wanted
course,
to
it may not be
mention
there
this drives
tomorrow.
me
Who
nuts.
knows how those will work?
Right. This
Right.
drives me nuts in the Nintendo Today app. When they show the games released on this day and you go open it and there's nothing in it.
hmm
Like, come on. It's like,
You know
why?
what my favorite part about that was?
What's that?
Is that last week they released a game on October 2nd, and you go down there and it says that they hadn't released a game on October 2nd.
Yeah, I've seen that before too, where it's like on this day and there's nothing there, and then you go
I'm
research
like, guys, you literally released Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 today.
yeah, yeah.
This would be a great way to promote that again if people
On
haven't
this
already
day.
seen it. On this day, I see clearly. Um, Dave Maleka asked us a question about this animated short. He says, Nintendo Studios, it got me thinking, would Nintendo make a series of video shorts based on first party franchises, post them on the Nintendo Today app, release them at 3 p.m. every day, and call it Nintendo Afternoon, like Disney Afternoon, so I can come home after work, drink some Ecto Cooler, eat Doritos, and be a kid again? Gosh, do the dads remember those days? DuckTales, Tailspin, Chippendales. Would Nintendo making cartoons or video shorts serve a purpose or be worth it for the brand given the cost of investment? Would love to hear your thoughts. I think so, and here's why. They're already doing it in Japan with the Mario, It's a Me Mario or whatever they're doing, the little shorts
Yeah.
that they're releasing over there. So they already obviously see value in it. To me, it would. I'm surprised that Nintendo Pictures is not involved with that. I did not see credit for that on their Wikipedia page. So that means they're because they're farming it out to somebody else because they're over there making babies at Nintendo Pictures. Um,
That could be taken
but
wrong.
would you what?
That's
I
interesting
mean,
way to put it.
guys, DuckTales, Tailspin, Chippendales, Rescue Rangers, Gummy Bears, Darkwing Duck. Would y'all be down for like shorts of Nintendo characters? Uh, and do you want them on the app or do you want them more widespread?
Does the app have an Apple TV version? Because I would want to see
No.
these on a bigger screen.
Yeah, I want to see close to you on a bigger screen. You just can't do it.
The app, based on how the iOS infrastructure works, you can still download Nintendo Today on an iPad, but it's the iPhone version. They don't have an iPad specific format, so you see just a strip with black ends, and it's really
Yeah.
annoying. So I wish that they would take advantage of that.
I gave Nintendo plenty of feedback over the time we've had this app, and one of them is that making it accessible to bigger screens, being able to like screen share from your phone from that app to Apple TV or Google TV or whatever. And then another one was being able to share it. Period. Like, why can't you share this stuff with people?
Even if it generated a form link that said, like, come watch this video or come see this really cool thing, and then Nintendo
Yeah,
Today
and it
app,
would
and then
open
it
up
took you to
Nintendo
download
Today.
it.
And it would open the app in their phone.
Yes.
They're still using the
Yes.
app, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is why Nintendo doesn't do that, because it makes sense.
Because it makes sense. Come
That's
on,
right. I was going to say
Nintendo.
there's still two or three technology jumps behind.
Maybe that's the way
So
we need to put it.
it's
Like,
kind of
'cause,
also
like,
like
Nintendo would not make sense for you to do that.
why at this point is the Nintendo Music app not integrated with my Switch, letting me play Nintendo Music on the the home screen?
Oh yeah.
I can go in and check I could make a playlist and it would play when the system boots up.
And I
Kind of
actually
like
have been
themes
using
for the
Nintendo Music
3DS.
a lot lately. I
Yep.
put on
I had it
their
playing.
like pretty much every night last week. I put on their sleepy time playlist. Said go to sleep in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and then that they go to sleep to that, and then
It's good.
and then my alarm goes off at 7:30 the next morning. and I'm up for
Yeah.
the day.
Love it.
Nice.
Love it. I would not like this to be in the app. Can I say that? Like I would not. I want them to invest in animation again. Like guys, I know it's terrible. Like that old Super Mario Super Show was terrible. But that was very formative, whatever that word is. It was very formative for me when I was a young boy. I would I would race to see that every day.
Yeah.
And I tried to watch it and I can't now. It's bad.
Yeah, I
But
think that
it
was
was
one of
in
those
those days.
because I had a VCR and I knew how to program it. So I think that was one of those shows where I would record it every Monday to Friday and then watch it later in the evening.
The I remember setting my very first alarm ever, like that I set to uh wake up for the Super Mario Brothers 3 Super Show premiere on and Captain N
That was a Saturday
on
morning one,
the
I think. Yeah.
yeah, both of those were Saturday mornings on
Yeah.
ABC or um and then Saved by the Bell came on and I was like, I don't want to watch live action crap. And I would go do something else. Um,
Oh, real quick,
anyway.
did you see what Mikey Burgett said? He said they're making babies, not sense.
That's true. And look, there's a lot of yeah. Anyway, speaking, I do want to say though, speaking of film and TV, I don't know if you guys saw that official announcement of the Minecraft movie 2.
I did. I
It
did
I
see
came
saw
out
that.
that.
today.
I saw that someone posted that, but
July 23rd, 2027, Jared Hess returns as director and co-writer.
Nice.
I never
So
did get
look,
around to seeing the first one.
oh Jesse, this weekend, please.
I'll think about
It's
it.
so stupid. It's so stupid.
No, can't do
Here's
it
the
this
deal.
weekend. Can't do it this weekend. You gotta go see Tron this weekend.
I'm not paying to see that.
I have no interest in that movie.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you guys? Come on.
Well, the last
It's
Tron
not that
movie
bad.
was meh, and see, I
The
love the
Disney
original.
Disney keeps mining the empty well of the Tron franchise when they
I
have
liked
stuff
them.
like Wally. There's a whole universe that they could
Yeah, I
explore
would
with that
take
little
I would take
robot.
more Wally movies.
Come on.
The last Tron movie, there was someone just had a floating head, and it looked like it was rendered on a PS3. And
Well, it was about that time frame when it came out, I think. Right?
it was
How
early
many
PS.
Tron movies are there now?
This is the third one.
So it's the third one. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking there was already a third one. I don't. Maybe
No,
was there a show?
there was a Tron show
Yeah.
that was also meh. There was a Tron video game that wasn't great.
Was it like on? Was it a Disney Plus Tron show? Is that
No,
what
no.
happened?
This would have been 10 years
There
ago.
was a it wasn't live action. There was an animated Tron
It was animated.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
The
was
thing,
from
Tim,
what I understood, it was pretty good, but I never got to watch that one.
respectfully, here's the deal.
I fell
They
off. I
take
think
a
I watched
concept.
2 or 3 episodes.
I feel like the Tron movies take a concept that should be really cool and make it incredibly boring. Let's ride motorcycles in on a grid and throw frisbees at each other. I mean that there's come on and here come our warships, which are giant ends flying through the sky.
Fantastic. I love it. Give me more.
I like the aesthetic. Here's the deal. I like the aesthetic. Yeah, give me 14 more of them. Right? So I will watch that when it comes.
It made
out.
sense when all that stuff
Yeah,
was
that makes
in a
sense.
computer, but now that it's out in the real world, it doesn't
Oh,
make
sure.
as
I
much
want to
sense.
see it. I want to see what's going to happen. It's like the dinosaurs coming off of Jurassic Park, into the real world.
Hold on to your
Not on
butts.
land.
And the big change in the second movie versus the original was the bikes were analog. They didn't have to turn at 90 degrees. So the light trails left behind also arced around the same way.
Well, now the light trails are going to be on a z-axis as well because they're in the real world. So you got X, Y, and Z.
I can't wait. Plus, it's got a a Nine Inch Nails soundtrack, so it's good.
I saw the review, and it didn't.
Lucky
won't tell
Verdict
you what
said it
it
was on
was.
Disney XD, and that sounds right.
Yeah.
The
The
critics
review's
are
not.
liking it.
Listen, here's the deal though. The review, the
That's
same
not a good
place that
thing,
gave it a
though.
bad, the same
That's true.
place that gave it a bad number score is the same place that reviewed Yuka Replayly, scored it 2 points less, and said it's better than the first one.
Okay.
Yep. First one,
Well,
Ukulele got a 7 when it came out in 2017, and now Ukulele gets a 5, and they say it's 100% better than the first one.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
well, it just
that's
means
why
that the second reviewer wouldn't have given the game a 7 the first time.
it's
It was a different reviewer. And
right. I think
so
it just means that
I,
reviews are
I
arbitrary.
don't bother the media with that stuff. That's irrelevant.
Yeah. Yep. So here's a couple other little things we found out this week. Tim and Jesse and I got to participate in a Nintendo call yesterday, holiday call where they outline their plans for the holiday. And listen, here's the deal: we're very appreciative to get to do these a lot. As Nintendo literally is in the name of our podcast, and so we always go into these calls and go, they don't really tell us anything that we don't know.
Yeah, we very
already.
rarely.
But yesterday they did.
Yeah, up until yesterday, we've never gotten any new information on anything. Everything we've heard of, we've heard it before. Well, the Zelda chess set, we didn't know about that, but
That's true. That's true. And
but
and
we
sometimes it's
learned
some of the
something
more
yesterday.
it's the license stuff that we don't know about, right? We
Yes. Yeah.
we get the license surprises. But yesterday on the call we learned they talked about Metroid Prime 4 a little bit. Again, that's out on December 4th this year on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond on Switch 2 will have 2 modes if you have supported displays on Nintendo Switch. Again, just for Switch 2, quality mode, which will be 4K and 60 frames per second, and performance mode, which will be 1080p and 120 frames per second, making it one of the few games that will output in 120 frames FPS. So I don't know that we knew this before.
I didn't know it.
Maybe that information has been out there, but
yeah. And this this is the first game that maybe Mina the Hollower might have done it as well, but outputting 120 frames, because I don't have a monitor that supports 120. So if I want to play 120, I have to play it handheld.
This is the first time I've heard of. This is the first time I've heard of a game with the Switch being able to switch your mode the way you want to play.
Yeah. Okay. Mina the Hollower will do it too. At least it did in the demo.
Yeah. And speaking of Mina the Hollower, it got a delay this week. I know we were going to talk about that here in a few minutes, but since we're in that neighborhood, I was really, really looking forward to that game this month. However, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I see it in the notes.
So none of my displays can support 120. But my son does have a monitor that can do 140 or 144. So he could do it if he wanted to, if he attached his Switch directly to the monitor.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, our TV's several years old, so I don't think it's up to this standard either. And so I don't, I mean, and I don't want to shell out the bucks for something that I can't. I'll be honest that my eyes really can't tell a difference, right?
I can barely tell the difference between 30 and 60 half the time, but 60 and 120 I can't tell at all.
I will say that I think that I could tell a difference a little bit in Mario Galaxy, playing that over the last little bit, but I just really most of the time can't tell.
I am looking forward to seeing Metroid Prime in 4K. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that. Besides just the game itself. But that's what we were there yesterday. I spam the heart button every time they were showing stuff on the Metroid.
I noticed that. Heart button. I didn't say anything, but I noticed it.
It was just like heart. I want this game. Heart.
Yeah. And then you said we need more emojis.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah,
I need more
I mean,
emojis to express my excitement for this game.
yeah, this would be a game that would benefit from a demo.
I'm gonna if I could afford it, I would take all of December off just to be able to play this game. I wouldn't need that long probably if I had time off to play it. This is probably not that long, but I would still, take a good chunk of time off to be able to concentrate on just playing that game. So, but yeah, excited
Yep,
for it. Gotta wait till December.
like
Was hoping
everybody
it would
else.
be. Just hoping it was gonna be out, September
Yeah,
like Justin predicted, but nope.
yep. Well, moving on, Circana has said that Nintendo Switch 2 sales are trending 77% ahead of aligned sales for Nintendo Switch. And when we talk about aligned sales, what that means is sales within the same time period after launch,
Right.
comparing now to 2017. I think it's worth noting that the OG Switch did have supply constraints. It did take off and get pretty popular, and then it was really hard to find
Yeah.
for a pretty
A-
long time.
And I
Switch 2
thought
is not hard to
I thought
find.
I heard that it's either keeping up or actually surpassed the PS4 in the same time frame,
Oh
which
wow, I did
held the
not see
rec
that.
which held the record. And the PS4 had a holiday season in that time. The Switch 2 has not yet had a holiday season. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in a few months.
Right?
I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I saw someone on X that mentioned this today, actually, that they're like, why are all these people all of a sudden buying Nintendo Switch 2s? Like all my mutuals are talking like,
It
and I
isn't all
saw
of a
it too.
sudden,
Like
it's consistent.
several several people are like, hey, I bought a Nintendo Switch 2. I saw a content creator. I've bought my very first Nintendo system. It's a Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm going to start creating Nintendo content. And I want to say one word
Bandwagon.
that I think is that no, Pokemon.
Ah,
Pokemon. Nobody wants to play Pokemon Z Legends ZA on the Switch. They
that
want to play it on the Switch too.
that's true. Comes out next week.
And so I think that people are either getting, like, or trying to get the ones they can, or they're going to get. I could suspect we could see a sales spike from this, with ZA being the
Oh,
new packing game.
yeah, I was just
Right.
going to
Yeah.
say that's going to be the new bundle for the
Yeah.
$500 model.
Yeah. And did they announce a time limit on that one yet?
I don't think they said when it'll end, but I presume it will be
Eh,
also limited time until the next bundle
Yeah.
is announced.
So if we judge it off of Mario Kart World, you had
They've had
June,
4 months.
All of July, yeah, 4 months. So that would put it around the time of Yoshi and the Mysterious Storybook, or when we
Yeah,
think that's coming out,
yeah, because
or
it'll put
Resident
it in
Evil.
February. They're in.
It'll be
I
a good
think.
spring bundle
Yeah, I
if
think
it
they're
Yeah,
comes
announced
with
that
that Yoshi
spring.
book. Yeah.
yep.
That
Still,
makes sense.
are we not usually seeing Nintendo's holiday offerings by this time as well, as far as
It
console
should be soon.
bundles?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I,
right after we get that little meeting that we had with Nintendo is when they usually drop it to everybody else. So
mhm,
probably sometime
yeah.
next week.
I was gonna say maybe they wait for Halloween to be over. And it's like, hey, later this month you can buy Mario
Well,
Kart 8 on the Nintendo
Halloween is
Switch 2.
not necessarily that global, right?
Right, I know.
So yeah.
So,
some
but
area.
anyway,
I don't know. Some areas still do it, but not. I don't think every
Right.
area.
Not as global as Christmas is.
if you haven't bought a Nintendo Switch 2 and you've been holding out, that bundle, look, the Pokemon bundle may be a little bit harder to find initially, but if they stock it like they did the Mario Kart bundle, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I saw my first non bundle Switch 2 out in the wild for the first time in a long time, like yesterday at Walmart.
Yeah, I
They had
saw a
one.
couple. I saw a couple at Walmart, and then the next time I went, they were gone.
They had one. So there you go. Let's talk about this. Some releases and updates that are coming up. Nintendo Shadow Drop 3 new Super Nintendo Classic games. One of them I'm very excited about, and it's not Bubsy. Bubsy and Claws Encounters of the Furred Kind, Fatal Fury Special, and Mario and Wario are now available on the Nintendo Switch Classics app on NSO. Mario and Wario is released for the first time outside of Japan, and mouse controls are required. When you go in that game, you're going to notice everything is translated. Do you know why that is?
Was
Because
the original game?
this game was supposed to come out here. Nintendo canceled it
Oh,
back in the day. They went as far as promoting this in Nintendo Power with
oh,
article on it and had ads printed up for it. And I think I remember seeing it in other video game magazines too. And then it never came out. The premise of the game is a lot like kind of a predecessor to Mario March of the Minis or
that's what I
Mario
was.
and Donkey Kong.
That's yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
You
I'm gonna have to
have
check that out then.
'Cause
you're
you
a
kind of
fairy.
you play a fairy at you click on boxes to remove them or empty spaces to place them.
Yep. Or kill enemies, or you can click on Mario, or well, here's the deal. If you go slow speed, your character is Peach that you're guiding. If you go medium speed,
Ah,
it's
is that
Mario,
how
and
it works?
if you go fast speed, it's Yoshi. And you're trying to get them to Luigi, who the whole game is about. Wario is flies by in a plane and drops a bucket on somebody's head. And it's like
Because
they can't get it off, so they have to go wander through 15 mazes per
only
world
Luigi
or
can
10
remove
mazes,
it.
and only Luigi can remove buckets from people's heads in the Mushroom Kingdom. But it's really interesting art style. It was a completely like redesigned art style for Mario, Luigi, Princess Yoshi. Very cartoony. Um, a lot of enemies from like I ran into some Pidgeys from Mario 2. It's like they've not been in any game in a whole long time.
Did
Um,
they ever?
so
Did they sell the mouse individually outside of Mario Paint?
not in the US, I don't think.
That's probably why they didn't release this game.
Yeah. You're probably right. But it's very interesting that this is now available. You can totally I'm gonna make somebody mad when I say this, but I don't care. You can totally skip Bubsy. It's awful. It's
And I can
terrible.
presume you can still play
Tried
that
it.
on the. You can. I presume you can still play Mario and Wario on a Switch One with a USB mouse
Yeah, probably.
because it works in Mario Paint. So I would assume this
If
would
it
work here
works,
too.
I'm guaranteeing you, if it works for Mario Paint, it works for them. And
So
then
someone try it and let us know.
the other game that was released was Fatal Fury Special, which was a version of Fatal Fury that was developed and published by SNK for uh, like other consoles that weren't the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
It's basically an updated version of Fatal Fury 2. So it adds in fan favorite characters like Mai and uh you know it's a
I
fighting game.
noticed in the North American trailer they used Mai as a character in the fighting
And
sequence,
Terry. Because
and
that's the only ones people know.
they didn't in the Japanese one.
Okay.
They featured several different fighters. They showed like 3 or 4 different fights, so like 6, 7, or 8 different fighters. None of them were Mai, but of course the thing I think of when I see Mai is Sakurai's comments about her,
Mm,
about how this game is for
yeah,
good little boys and girls, so he didn't include her.
that's right. So this game is not.
Right.
So have at it. But these are
So
available right now. Also, yep,
the physics does not exist in this game as it would in the arcade. So I
that
guess
is
it's
true.
fine. That
They
makes it
got
safe.
Nintendo'd. Um, also available right now on October 9th. We're recording this. Yuka Replayly is out now. It is only available on Switch 2. And if you want to see, there's a great side by side comparison video out there on YouTube where somebody has done side by side with PS5, and the Switch 2 version holds up very, very nicely. So if you're looking for a collectathon game in the Banjo Kazooie vein with music by David Wise and Grant Kirkhope, then what are you doing? Buy this. It's on sale right now too, for like $6 off on the USE shop. So I don't know, your mileage may vary. Rounding out this month, Pokemon Legends ZA comes out next week on the 16th. And then October 23rd is just stacked, y'all. We got a date this week for Power Wash Simulator 2. It's coming out on October 23rd. And if you're a Power Wash Simulator 2 developer and you would like somebody to play that game early on Switch 2, you can contact us at marty@nintendodads.org, and I'll do that. And you probably won't get any feedback because I'll be playing it too much, but I'll let you know. I cannot. This may
Just
be
get Isaac recording you while you're playing it. At some
now
point.
now that Mina the Hollower is no longer in October. This is the new game. This is
That's the game
this is
preview.
the it game. Yeah. Also out on the 23rd though, Jackbox Party Pack 11 and Plants vs Zombies Replanted, which I'm also super excited about.
Yeah, I'll plan
And
on
then
getting
we'll
all
finish-
3 of these games.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a big week. And then finishing out the month for Jesse will be Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake on October 30th.
Yeah. So
And
I think
then,
this is the
a
only
couple of-
time that we have 5 games in the out soon category, and I am getting all of them. That doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't.
Somebody needs to check to see about aligned stars or double moons or double rainbows or whatever for you. Demon School will be out on November 19th. Kind of looking forward a little bit. Kirby Air Riders on November 20th. And remember, we're going to get another direct about Kirby Air Riders sometime between now and then. And Metroid's just going to continue to drown underwater and become skeletal, even though it's coming out in 2 months. I mean,
We'll see. I
Well,
really hope they do a direct for that.
Didn't that happen in one of the Super Nintendo bosses?
Yep,
Mm.
Quagmire.
Yeah, I forget the name, but you know what I'm talking about.
There's Quagmire in him, or Crocomire. Sorry, Quagmire's in Family Guy.
Diggity.
Although that would be a great crossover character, like just both of them. Just somebody draw that. To be determined. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is still supposed to be out this year, but we have not heard a release date yet. Though it's got to be getting close. And then Mina the Hollower delayed to TBD. They did say in the delay message that this is not "quote unquote" a long delay, but it's just to be sure that everything has a final coat of paint.
They just
polish.
They just didn't give a definitive window, like not even a later
And-
this year.
Yeah, they're not. They said they're not going to give a date until
Right.
it's ready. Worrying to me though was still the wording on it. They said we're not going to give a date until it's been submitted to all platforms, which to me sounds like a release date like is imminent. For
Yeah.
like it's going to be loaded on
Well,
shops. When do backers get their codes? There's been zero communication about that.
True.
So
Some companies or people have some problems with that, don't they? With
yeah.
communicating to
Yeah.
their backers about certain information.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah. Not a bird or a worm or anything about that.
This is why we stay away from Kickstarters ourselves.
Yeah. So
We don't want to fall into that category.
as always, you can check out our YouTube channel for first looks on some of these latest releases. Right on our YouTube channel over there. Right now, we've got some really interesting games that we've done some first looks about that you may want to know about. If you're not over there, you can go like and subscribe. We would love to have you do that as well. There is a demo of Marvel Cosmic Invasion that's played on Steam that we have a video of. NBA Bounce, which is a brand new like kiddie basketball game, is out. Lego Party, which we did the party mode for and did 10 games over there. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evil East Chronicles, and we've got 30 minutes of Hades 2 and a whole hour of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. So if you're on the fence about any of those, or you're wondering about them, and we've got other videos, movies, whatever. I don't know what we're doing. We're, you know, we've got stuff coming up. But that's our news for this week. So let's throw to our little ad here from our friends over at Manscaped.
It's time to talk about stepping up your grooming game again. The face shaving products from Manscaped are the ultimate grooming tools designed to deliver precious and precise, excuse me, not precious, but maybe you feel
Maybe
precious
both.
afterwards, maybe both. Comfort in sleek and easy to use devices. Whether you're looking for a trim, a shape, or a detailed touch up, Manscaped face shaving products are built to handle shaving your face with ease, crafted for efficiency and the perfect addition to your grooming arsenal. You can use our code NINDADS for, don't tell Manscaped, 20% off your entire order of manscaped.com. So right now, still can use it for 20% off. So go over there and use that NINDADS at manscaped.com, especially with the holidays we were just talking about coming up. You can use it to get some special gifts for people in your life that you feel maybe either need it or they could use some new tools. Some of us here use some of those tools, like the handyman, like we talked about before. I believe Jesse and Marty have the handyman that they use.
Yeah, actually,
I
just recently got the new Chairman Pro, which is like
how's that going?
the handyman on steroids. It's
Mhm.
nice. I prefer it over the handyman.
Really?
It's
What's the difference between the
it's
chairman and the handyman?
it's got like 4 foils that all go all at the same time,
Okay.
and so it's a faster approach. Yeah, so they actually have a bundle called the Here and the There. So it sounds like you're meant to keep the Chairman Pro at home while the handyman is a good portable. You can take it with you on the business trips or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They both do the
Nice.
same
I didn't even
job,
know
just
about
in different ways.
that. All right. Cool. So there you have it. Firsthand experience with the chairman and the handyman. So there you go. So if you want to get your own, again, use our code NINDADS for 20% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Join over the 12 million men who trust Manscaped and upgrade the handyman Rocket Man, or upgrade to the handyman Rocket Man. Anybody have that one? I don't know if any of you guys have the Rocket Man one. I don't know what the difference is there
I
either.
don't know what that is.
I use the hedger, so because that's what I use to trim my beard. I'm actually due for one, so I need to get on that. But again, you can use the code NINDADS for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. It says 15%, but again, we keep hearing people saying they're getting 20% off. So
You are indeed getting 20% off because I just went to the website and checked it out.
nice. So go do that and let us know how what products you picked up and your experiences with it as well.
All right. Are we going to the Let's Discuss? Yes. Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right. Tim,
Yes.
it's time for another round of mystery block blind rankings.
Yes,
What you
this
got
one is
for us this week?
Jesse's. This is one is
Okay.
Jesse's. Jesse's leading this one this week.
Yeah. So the category of what I came up with is the best NES black box games.
Ooh.
And I will say up front, Super Mario Brothers will not be in the list. So don't reserve a space for it because I'm not going to say it.
So these are to clarify here for listeners who don't know what you're talking about. And I would wager there are some of our listeners who don't know what this is. What is an NES black box game?
They're basically like the first 30 NES games released in North America, late 85 to early 86.
Same graphic design.
Yeah, and they're called black box games because, like, if you think of what the Super Mario Brothers box was, it's mostly black box with a piece of pixel art that may or may not have come from the game. It might have taken game assets, but doesn't necessarily mean it came the
Yeah.
screenshot and whole came from the game. Because again, Super Mario Brothers, if you look at that, he's in the middle of a death. He's literally falling in lava. So
Mm-hmm.
most of these games are available on NSO.
The thing I really hate about the black box whole thing is that if you ever go see the like, wasn't there a lost black box cover for The Legend of Zelda?
Maybe? I don't. Sounds vaguely familiar.
There was a maybe no, it is Punch Out and Zelda had these.
Huh. So
So,
then they changed. Then they ultimately
oh yeah,
did release
here it
with black
is.
boxes.
I have found a like a preserved ad for these, and the Zelda one is so cool. Uh, and Punch Out is just Glass Joe.
Of course, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
All right. All right. So again, the rules are: I'll give you the names of a game one at a time, and you rank them one the best, five the worst, without knowing what's to come.
Oh,
So,
Yes.
so my first game is Ice Climber.
5.
Hmm. I was
I'm
gonna
still
say
thinking.
4 at least. I was gonna say 4.
I'll go 4. I'm sure there's a worse game on this list. Knowing Jesse, there's a worse game on this list.
Nintendo says he would have said 3. So my next game, Wrecking Crew.
5.
Wow. Okay.
There's not
I'm
much
just
to it. There's not much to Wreck-It. Come on.
I'm just thinking like if he comes up with Gyromite.
Or Clue
It's like
Land.
or something like that. Like
Then where do you want to put it?
oh man. I'll go with 5. That's fine.
Okay, let's
That
go.
works.
5. Wrecking Crew. If Gyromite and Clue Land are on here, it's gonna be
Okay. My third game of 5, Excite Bike.
ooh 2. What do you think, Tim?
I was leaning towards that as well. Yes. Yeah, we'll go with 2. Is it going to be that or 1?
That's a worthy one. I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. This one may not be as worthy. 10-Yard Fight.
Oh, I forgot that 10-Yard Fight was a.
Yeah, it was. I think that one is from the original batch. So if you look at alphabet lists, it's listed first because if it's in alphabetical order, it starts with a number.
Yeah. You going 3, Tim?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll do 3.
Which means the last item goes into your number 1 slot, whether you like it or not.
And it's Donkey
And
Kong.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Donkey Kong 3.
Okay.
Okay.
But again,
Okay.
not the best game, but compared to this list, it is probably the best. This is Excite Bike's
Out of
probably the one that might swap
yeah,
it.
I would probably swap Excite Bike and Donkey Kong 3, but it's way better than Ice Climbers and Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew.
I was waiting for the last one to be Gyromite.
Or soccer.
Yeah, that's a good list.
Yeah, so I have
Number 5. Go ahead.
I have a total of 3 sets of these. So we went through the first one. So I've got 2 more we can do in future episodes.
Nice.
Okay.
And that's only half of them because there's 30, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there was 30 or 31 total black box games.
30. Yep.
Yeah. The last one was volleyball. It was the last one to be released.
I think I have that on the disc system.
Volleyball, slalom, and pro wrestling. They were
I remember liking pro wrestling, but I tried playing it on the NSO, and I am garbage at it.
Yeah,
I used to be good at it. I used to know how to play it.
Kiss your fingers goodbye on that one. Anyway,
So the last
uh,
list, to finalize the list, before we leave, is 5 is Wrecking Crew, 4 is Ice Climber, 3 is 10-Yard Fight, 2 is Excite Bike, and 1 is Donkey Kong 3.
okay, I like that list. I'm okay with it.
Works for me.
Yeah, and I believe that means we're on to what we've been playing. Tim, why don't you go first?
Okay. I've been still playing Fire Emblem Shadows on my mobile phone. It looks like Jesse, you've been playing it too. Is this the first time you played it?
Yeah, I started it. I did it through I think 2 or 3 sessions, about 2 or 3 games each night. Didn't get very far. Don't know if I'll go on. It's yeah, I'm curious. I'm interested in the story, but
Yeah.
the game itself is pretty bland to me.
It's starting to feel that way for me too. It's just kind of like, just kind of, what do you call it? It's just get through it so I can
Yeah,
get through to the
because
story. I like the story too.
if there was more than 3 people, it'd probably be more interesting. Because if you know you're fighting on the light side, it's a coin flip whether about when you have to guess which one's which.
Yeah,
Normally,
you
all
got
you
to
can
pay attention.
you just
Yeah.
pay, yeah, see who takes damage and who doesn't take damage.
And
Really,
that's even hard to do too. You got to pay attention to, like,
yeah, because if there's
there's
area effects, because
couple,
they hit friendly fire.
yes. And sometimes, like, even when I'm the shadow side and it so happens that I'm like leading the attack, I'll get the hits the most, so that can be deceiving if people aren't paying attention. Make it look like, oh, I'm getting all the hits, so it must mean I'm on the light side. But yeah, it's I like some, like I said, it's for me, it's more about the story for sure. And when yesterday I was actually playing a lot of it because it was a new storybook that released, Storybook 2. And so I was trying to play through to kind of open up some of that story. And then I was playing more of the shadow side so that I can unlock more of the shadow story. But it was
I
just
think
like
I'm.
so
I think I
repetitive.
only got
And
to level 4 on the light side and level 2 on the on the shadow side. So yeah, I didn't get very far into either yet.
yesterday I completed the light side story in book 1. So now I got 100% on that. And
I think I'm at 17.
that's the part that's tedious, is trying to get, if you're trying to knock out some of the daily achievements and the weekly achievements, if you're trying to knock those out, then it starts feeling repetitive. But what I was doing the other day too was just kind of going in, knocking out a couple battles, getting my bonuses, and then done. And it didn't feel so bad. So, but Fire Emblem Shadows is a good story. It does have a good story, and that's what I'm enjoying about it so far. Uh, Continuing to play Star Wars Outlaws. Fantastic game on the Switch too. I'm really digging the story, really digging the uh, stealth combat. I am so far. I I think I mentioned the last time I talked about this. You can pick from 3 factions to join or kind of do missions for, and I was doing some missions for Crimson Dawn so I could get the silent movement type equipment to help me move quieter. So I'm leaning towards that, and because of that,
You're trying to be
um,
space ninja.
yes, because of that, I get missions from Crimson Dawn and the Huts, but I am not from the third one. Again, I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but the third faction, um, because I broke into their their hideout and stole some stuff, so they don't like me very much. So, but I'm enjoying it very much. I know Justin was playing it too, so I wonder, he's, I think, a lot farther than I am. And then I
The
also,
Pike Syndicate. Is that what you're thinking of?
yes,
Hmm.
yeah, yep,
And there's
that's the
also
third one.
Ashigan Clan, apparently.
There's 3 major ones, and then there's little offshoots that you
Okay.
can. kind of mess with too. But the three main ones are the ones you're going to get gear for, depending on who you align with the most.
Yeah, I pulled
And
up
it
a
also depends.
Kotaku article, and they mentioned 4 factions. So
Oh, maybe there is a. Is there a fourth one?
they say
See, now I
Pike,
can't remember.
Ashley Clan, Crimson Dawn, and the Hut Cartel.
Maybe there's a fourth one that comes into play at some point.
Spoilers.
So yeah, but yeah, right now Crimson Dawn is what I'm playing towards. Then the third game I started playing is on my play date. It's called Armada, and this one intrigued me because I got I get emails about games that are coming out in the catalog for the play date, and this one is kind of a um, missile command type game, and then the other similar game that's like it, where you're saving the cities or whatever. It's not called Missile Command, it's called something else. It's like a copycat version of it. But it's kind of like that where you're one cannon or one cannon preventing the ships from killing you or the aliens from attacking you. So you're blasting them out of the sky, just like Missile Command. But it's roguelite based, so that as you start, you kill more and more enemies, you can gain abilities along the way to improve your cannon and speed and weapons and different types of weapons and additional things that shoot out to help prevent you from dying. And you use the crank on the play date to move your cannon to aim
Oh
the gun.
no.
So at first it's kind of like, how do you get that
So does it
precise
move
with
left,
that?
right, or the angle change?
The angles change.
So he's a stationary one with angles. Okay.
Yes. Yep. So when I saw the video for it, that being Missile Command and being roguelite intrigued me, so I downloaded it, and I think it's $6, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I was playing more of it before we started the show too. So
My friendo
it
says
is
Timu Missile Command. Darth Platypus says we have Missile Command at home.
nice.
Vic says
Yep,
crank up the fun.
it is. It's a lot of fun, and it's one of those games that it would be cool if it was on either your phone or on the Switch, and use like your finger to point it or something. That'd be kind of interesting, or mouse controls on the Switch too. But those are the 3 games I'm playing: Fire Emblem Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, and Armada on the Playdate. Can't hear you, Marty.
Jesse, let's go to you.
Me. Okay. So the only other games I've been playing were Super Mario Brothers Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2. I did a live stream Saturday night. Played about an hour of each game. So I don't remember how far I got, but however far you get in an hour. And then off of stream, I continued my playthrough of Galaxy 2 versus going back to Galaxy 1. So I think I have like 20 or 32 or 33 stars so far out of the 120. So I'm midway through World 3, and that's when the comet levels start showing up. And so pretty much every time I finished the comet level and the next one would spawn, and I'd finish that, and the next one would spawn. So I think right now in World 1, I've completed every possible star except for the Comet one in the Bowser Jr. stage. Because you get a little silver crown on a level on a stage when you've completed it. I think I have that on all but the 1 right now. And then World 2, I have a few crowns. There was one world that at the end of the comet stage I did not get the crown, so there's might be a second comet stage in the future for that one. So, and so I have 2 nitpicks about this game I don't like. One I talked in the pre-show, where especially if you're on a landmass that's curved, like a small sphere, relatively small sphere. You push up to run forward, and Mario just runs in a circle. I'm like, that doesn't help me. Stop that. So I have to stop running, jump, and recenter, and then go. I can go again, which sometimes that means I'm already dead because if I was surrounded by enemies and I didn't have time to recover. Uh, the other one is if you quit the game and reload your save, you're down to 4 lives again. And you might say, well, lives are kind of meaningless in these games, aren't they? And I'm like, in most cases, yes, but do you need those lives for the comet stages? I think I go through an average of 5 or 6 lives each one.
Mario Galaxy 1 does the exact same thing. It takes you back to 2 lives.
I
But
don't.
there's a Toad who gives you a 5-up every time you show back up.
Okay,
And I'm like, then
yeah,
just start with 7 lives. I mean, that makes no sense.
Yeah, you get there are easy ways to get extra lives, but when you do those comet stages, you'll burn through those lives. Like the two types there's 3 types, I guess. And those are what happens most of the time is collect 100 purple coins with Shadow Mario's chasing you. They call it a daredevil run. You have to beat the boss of the stage without getting hit. You have 1 point of life, so there is no room for error. And the third one is speed run levels. You have to run through the level and beat the boss, starting with 20 seconds. And you have to pick up these clocks that are scattered along the way. That'll give you 10 seconds each. And the first time, it was against Pee Wee Piranha, boss the first stage. And it was in its last hit when it was running really fast, and I was running out of time because it wouldn't stop running. So the second time I had to get there faster to give myself a little bit of extra time. Like I had a minute to beat the boss from 0, and I still only had like 10 seconds left at the end. Because it still has to go through all its animations. During cutscene animations, the clocks do stop, but still there's a lot of mid stuff that happens during gameplay that you just have to sit there and wait for it to happen for an opening to come up. Okay.
I still have yet to play these games, but I'm holding off till I get through Outlaws.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So I'll hop in and say, no, go ahead.
And then I posted this on Discord this afternoon, but I had a soft lock last night. I don't think I've ever seen that before in a Mario game. So I don't remember which world I was in. It was the world with water. When you hit a switch, then it freezes over. So you learn the ice skating skill. So I died underwater from the things under there really early in the stage, and it said, "What?" I don't even remember what it said. Life lost, lose life. I don't know. Whatever the message that pops up. Mario does the death animation. In this case, underwater death animation, and then it fade to black, and it stopped. Faded to black, and nothing else would happen. And I was worried that it's been a while since I chose save and quit, so I thought it might have lost all that progress. But when I forced quit the game and relaunched it, I did come back to where I was. So the game does save itself every level. Nice. But if you do,
it said too bad.
Too bad. That's what it says.
Too bad.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I see is your star movement from your controller.
And that's another thing that's weird. I started playing the game with the Pro Controller, and then last few days I played it on my couch in the living room with Joy-Con, and both of them feel weird in that it's not like Wii Remote. You have to point it at the screen because it uses the IR sensor. Here it doesn't do that, so you don't have to point it at the screen. You just have to point it at some other arbitrary center. And it still feels weird, regardless of how I play it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure which one works best because they both feel off.
Yeah, the So be a good time to talk about. I'm working my way through Mario Galaxy, and there's at some point during your collecting, I'm at like 59 stars or something. You get three green stars, and that unlocks a green launch star that sends you to the Trials Galaxy. And one of those is a long rollerball course, you know, and the rollerball is absolutely unplayable in handheld mode. I don't even know why they offer it. I don't know why they suggest it. Is you have to hold your screen flat and like tilt it down.
Oh,
So how are you going to
ew.
be able to see? So it's almost like you have to hold it without the Joy Cons on it and like tilt it like you would your phone or
Reminds me
something.
of some of the Breath of the Wild
Mm.
shrines that
Right.
they
Yes.
designed you to do the same thing.
The problem with it is on this one is you can't just roll through it. You actually have to jump to do some things. And so you have to do it with the Joy-Con attached. And so you're head down. Unless you detach them, and then it's really touchy. But other than that, it's Mario Galaxy still is a fantastic game, and I won't tolerate any negativity about it because it's fantastic. Um, Mario and Wario, I went through the first level of that tonight. Each of the levels I think is broken down into 10 different stages. And so the first level is what you would expect, 10 stages where you're kind of getting your footing, you're
It's the
figuring out,
tutorial.
yeah, except there's no words, like they
Yeah.
don't tell
Well,
you
in
anything.
games like that, they don't have to be.
Yeah.
The level itself are the tutorials.
Yeah, Nintendo is really good about that. So, it's learning fall timing animation and that they do get to the end of a block and stop and like teeter for a minute before they fall. So you have a
Yeah,
split second extra
yeah.
time to
And
add the next block.
usually early on, the falls are safe. You just have to start over
Yes.
and reset it
Yeah.
yourself and try
Yeah.
again. Eventually, it works its way into falls or death.
So I played through the first 10 levels of that on the Peach level of speed, which was the game
Slow.
says is slow, and I mean, I think there were a couple times I was like, oh gosh, this is faster than I need it to be. But still a lot of fun. I love the fact that there's a mouse control only game other than Mario Paint out on the SNES app, so it's really cool. Um, I've also been playing a lot of the new Fortnitemares updates for Fortnite. It's spooky season in Fortnite. They do this every year for the month of October, and they've got some really cool stuff going on. A lot of the POIs are really neat, just decorated and stuff, and it shines on Switch too. Like it looks so good. It's still not. I mean, there's still a little bit of a difference between it and like PS5 and Series X, but if that's
Yes.
all you've got, then
When I was in the Epic Game Store downloading this week's free games, I saw an ad for that, and it had, I don't know his name, but the generic Fortnite guy.
Jonesy.
Yeah, Jonesy with Scooby Doo. Like
Yep.
where Scooby Doo normally grabs onto Shaggy, and they have that
Hmm.
pose. It was
Yes.
Jonesy in the same pose with Scooby.
Yeah, all the Scooby-Doo gangs in, they have regular 3D skins and cell shaded skins as well. There's Jason Voorhees is in
Of course, he is.
Huggy Wuggy, which is like the fuzzy monster.
Yeah, so
Repo
indie
is
game
getting
character.
skins. Repo, that indie game that is kind of popular right now, at least it is with my son. They're
Never heard of
getting
it.
skins. It's REPO. It's an acronym for something, but basically what you do is you and a team of your friends go into houses occupied by monsters to repossess their stuff. But it's not like cutesy monsters. Like your guys are cutesy. The monsters are like,
Right.
they're yeah.
This is what happens when you don't pay
Um
your bills, kids.
yeah, that's true. It's good lesson for them. And then there's Doja Cat is why that why Doja Cat is a scary thing. I don't know. Music's scary. It's terrible. But anyway, so yeah, she's the Queen of Thorns. I don't know. Anyway, It's a new boss on the map. And like there's like five or six. My favorite thing about the Fortnite map right now is that all of these POIs got redone and up in the corner, there's still first order base from like the Star Wars season that was half a year ago. They can't get rid of the Star Wars base. There's no Star Wars characters there. There's no Star Wars items. You can just go hang out at the first order base. Nobody's ever there. Um, anyway, it's a lot of fun, mainly because they put the chainsaw back in,
Ah,
and I like the chainsaw. One other game I want to talk about real quick that I have a video for on our YouTube channel, and it'd probably be better for you to go watch the video than hear me talk about it, is Lego Party. And this is their attempt at a Mario Party style game with mini games. And there's two modes. You can do the board type thing, or you can do what I did in my video, which is like a 10 round mini game party where it's not just 10 games in a row. It's like a game show and they're talking the whole time. And it's like if you've played a Lego game, that Lego humor is there. And so it's all non-licensed characters except for I think the one people would recognize most is they do have like Ninjago characters in there, which is like their big
but,
super popular
but that's a
Lego
Lego
franchise.
license, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
So you can be, I mean, there's tons of stuff unlocked from the beginning, but then there's like 45, I think, levels of unlocks that
Oh
you can
wow.
get where you can unlock new costumes and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty
Nintendo take
customizable.
lessons here.
Yeah, I mean, it's very customizable. And the games were fun, but they were not babying you. I'm gonna say that. I played on normal level, like just the suggested level. They were not babying you through those games like Mario Party does. Sometimes, like you could tell, there's like maybe one AI or two that's designed to just go fall off the edge. Not in this one. They're fighting you tooth and nail. I actually lost. Uh, yeah, I came in like third or second. I can't remember. Because there were some games where it was just impossible to fight three computer players. They weren't on the same team, but it was like they were all after me. Um,
Right.
and so a lot of like I won't say similar to Mario Party games because what I was going to say is that, ironically there's a lot of games types that I don't feel like Mario Party has done. Um, and what I mean by that is um, like there was one where it was like skee ball, but you had this puck that you had to pass or push around, and the screen was divided into four rectangles, and the longer the puck stayed in your rectangle, the more your floor lit up. And so you're trying to push it to get it away from everybody, and it's sliding and moving on its own, so it's chaos anyway. But then they're also trying to hit it and push it toward their side in their little bumper car, and it's just madness. And then there was another game where you were on teams with people and it assigned teams randomly, and like I controlled the vertical movement and somebody else controlled the horizontal
Oh
movement.
no.
Yeah.
Those are always
There was one where
disasters.
you got a pile of pieces and you had to build a Lego monster on the bottom of your screen. It was divided into four sections. And like once you built it right, it would grow eyes and like jump up and walk off, and then you do the next one. Yeah, I lost that one
It's like
because you've got to
Rampage.
take not only do you have like if you think about how like the Mario Party mouse games worked with with the the Jamboree TV, it was always like grab this and drag it over here, drag the email, or whatever. These you didn't just have to drag, you had to turn. So it was like you've got to grab the piece and then you've got to figure out which way to orient it. Oh, and it might not be in the right place. So now you've got to take it out. You've got to go get another one. So it's very, very neat. I mean, I think it's a stellar presentation. I'm afraid they're not going to get a lot of traction because people are going to look at that and go, "Pff, Lego Party."
Right.
But it's actually a competent game. And so I think I'm going to do another video of it and do like the actual, like the board play, like a typical Mario Party and see what that's like. I haven't
Okay.
even gotten to do that yet. I've only played against AI that one time. But what I played, I liked. It was good. You can go check out our video. It's over on YouTube. Anyway, that's what we've been
Metacritic gave
playing.
it an 80.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's
Awesome.
what we've been playing. So let's turn on the community spotlight.
Speaking of community, you got a question asking, does it use the camera for Lego Party?
It does not use the camera,
Okay.
at least that I have seen.
All right.
That's a
Is,
good
is it
question
a multi?
because
This is yeah, because this isn't Switch 2 specific. It's on all
no,
platforms.
it's Switch, but also I wanted to mention this too, is that you can play this online.
Right. But I mean, meaning
And
it's also on Xbox and PS4 and PS5.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like the Switch
I did
version
want to just make it sure.
is a Switch 1 release, and it's got a 75.
Yeah, I can see where this could be a little laggy on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, it
All
looks
right.
like there's not a Switch 2 version of this game.
So 60 mini games, wacky challenge zones. This is just what it's and again it's framed around this idea of a game show. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10. You can build your own minifigure. I forgot to say you level up as you go. So that's like you earn points from participating in the various modes and games, different things like that. So Lego Pirates, Lego Space, all that. So you can do couch multiplayer or cross-platform online multiplayer. So this is Mario Party. You can play with your friends on Xbox and PlayStation.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but no integration with the camera or anything like that yet. Maybe that will happen.
Maybe they'll get that kit and be able to update it.
That'd be cool. And right now it's on sale digitally. Also, for those of us who are people who have complained, this is a $39.99 game. So if you've already beat the brakes off of Mario Party and Jamboree TV, this and you like this type of game, you have friends that like this type of game, family likes this type of game, then I recommend it.
And
Nice.
it's 10% off until the 14th. So
Oh
36
sure,
bucks.
yeah, I forgot to say that too. $35.99.
Good holiday pick.
Yes, I do think this is one that should be under family's trees for the holiday.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. So jumping into the community spotlight, I want to remind everybody about Extra Life 2025. We will be participating in one way or another for Extra Life between November 8th through the 16th. We get to pick our dates, game day here, whatever works out the best for the dads or any of our team members. We'll be notifying everybody about who's going to be playing what and where and when. We definitely will be playing some Mario Kart, especially Mario Kart World, since that was big in our community. We'll be playing that. And for those who still don't have a Switch 2, we'll probably be firing up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe too, just for fun, especially for those who don't have a Switch 2 yet and waiting for that, what we talked about, maybe the holidays. But let us know too in our community, either in Discord or email us if you're not in our Discord. Let us know what you'd like to see us play, especially as a community. We know a lot of people like it when we play Jackbox games and the Mario games. But if you got something specific you want us to play with the community, let us know. And Fortnite, I know, is another big one. That's a Marty and Justin thing. So,
Oh yeah.
go to nintendodads.org and click on the Extra Life logo at the top of the page to join or donate. So we always appreciate donations ahead of time. So it helps us be able to focus on the gaming aspect of things and not necessarily the fundraising part, and hanging out with everybody for 24 hours or, however many hours we do that for. But we do what we can and raise what we can for our local hospitals. So again, if you want to donate, go to nintendodads.org, click on the Extra Life logo, and then you can donate to anybody on the team. There'll be more details to come as well and specific dates as we figure it out. We're all super busy, so it's trying to figure that out. It's been a
Still in the
challenge.
planning stages.
Still in the planning stages. We have some prizes kind of lined up, obviously. All that
Oh yeah,
fun
we got
stuff.
prime.
So
Listen, this year we're going to be giving away Switch 2 cases, screen protectors, stick protectors, all kinds of stuff. Game carrying cases. Well, that's just for me. So
I'm gonna have
there's going to be lots
Legos
more.
for people who's been watching me play.
Lego
So
Game Boy,
yep, I got it right
right?
here,
Did you
ready to give
Lego
away.
Game Boy? Guys, can
So
I just tell you that thing? I built that. I can't not talk about this. I built it this week, and it is so magic. I
yes,
mean,
How long did it take to
here's
build?
two things. Um, about 2 hours,
All right, that sounds
I would
reasonable.
say. It's only 5 bags. It's only 421 pieces, but it's a lot of intricate work. It's not a lot of big build,
okay.
so it's a lot of getting this
Yeah,
in the right
that
spot.
sound wave I put
The
together still had some very small work for a big build.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like it's almost like you build the internals and then you build out from there. And I didn't even really realize I was done until I was. But two things that they absolutely nailed with this. Number one was the buttons, the control pad and the A and B button and the select and start actually push. Like they you can push and it feels like a Game Boy. The
Nice.
other thing they did, and they mentioned this in the notes at the beginning, was the on-off switch works, and it has that pop, just like the original Game
Nice.
Boy. Like
Wow.
I don't know how they did it, but it's
Yeah, yeah. I saw a YouTube video or Facebook short talking about it, and even in the Zelda cartridge, they even have a little circle to be where the battery would be
hmm
in the cart
Nice.
Yep.
that isn't in the Mario cart.
Yeah, that was a really cool
I
little
love those
touch.
details when they do that kind of
And
stuff.
what you don't realize when you build those carts is there's a couple of little pieces in there that later, when you put the games into the back slot where the game slot
Mhm.
goes, it actually clicks in to
Nice.
hooks inside there. So it feels like you're
Just like a
when
So
you're
real.
there's
putting the
something
card in
gripping
the
it.
Game Boy.
Nice.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I'm looking forward to putting that together.
it makes me wish that they would go back and do a different like a controller mod or something for the original NES build that would have make the buttons able to be
Oh yeah. Okay.
springy like these were.
Hmm.
But it's still one of my favorite builds. The cartridge slot on that one works, so I guess I can't complain. Yeah. Okay.
All
Sorry.
right. That's okay. That's a good one to talk about. I still got mine to build myself too, so I'll be doing that one of these weekends. I've been trying to build a lot of the cars I have, trying to get those on my car shelf.
Yeah.
Like, so,
Gotcha.
uh, all right. First question we got from the community is from Darth Platypus. He asks, "What's a non-Nintendo video game series that you'd like to see in a movie?"
I had an
Mega
answer
Man.
earlier. Yeah,
It's Mega Man. I mean, or you know what? Now, Power Wash Simulator. I mean,
I'm sure somebody could
have you
come out with
guys?
that.
No, you know what they need to do is the Power Wash Simulator devs need to do like a side quest DLC where it's rug washing. Have you seen those videos
Oh yeah, yeah.
where the people wash out the rugs? And I'm
Yes.
like, I every time this is the same question I have every time. How do those rugs get that dirty? What are people doing? Let me
Grown
Some of
go out
men.
here
those,
and bury this.
yeah,
Let me go out here and at the good old poop factory and bury this rug in a pile of manure for 10
manure.
years. And then we're going to dig it up and we're going to have this guy power wash it.
Yep.
And it's going to take him 5 hours to even make it change color. But I can't look away. It's like a
Right.
car crash.
Right.
There's also this guy on Facebook right now that I'm watching that he has, and I guess he's on TikTok too, probably. It's everywhere. But he restores old like 10 toys and
Yes,
like,
I've watched those
wind
too.
up things. He goes
Yep.
and he does this meticulous
Restorations,
taking it apart, and I don't know, it's the most calming thing I've ever
right?
seen. I
Restoration
watch them
videos,
and
the rug
yeah.
cleaning ones, even
Is this a sign of
the car
does
cleaning
this mean
ones.
we're old? Does this
I
mean
don't
we're
know what
old?
it means, but it's like it's fascinating sometimes. Or even some of the quick lawn ones that some people do, like when they go around doing free,
Yeah.
yard cleanup.
Yeah, like I came up on this yard and it really needed to be mowed, and so I'm going to do it and film it, and it's going to be in 2.5 speed, and you're going to sit here and watch all 5 minutes of it.
Right.
Right. So
So any other meetings? Any other movies, I mean?
I was thinking like a Galaga or Galaxian, some space,
Okay,
or like a Dig Dug. So go
gotcha.
subterranean.
I am really hoping for a live action God of War movie.
That could be fun.
That would be like awesome. Like just OG God of War too. No, no kids yet.
I was going to say Sans Atreus or Rebecca Atreus.
Yeah, yeah, before that. So that would be cool. All right, Koopa Kid asks, Nintendo has hired you to come up with an idea and market a Nintendo themed candy product to hand out to trick or treaters. What's your pitch? Some examples he gives is Kirby Crunch, like a crunch bar, Pikmin's, candy coated chocolates, kind of like M&Ms. Do you ever think Nintendo will release products in the food space to continue to expand the brand? Which we've seen. We've seen third party or whatever they,
Yeah,
whoever they work with
I've
to
seen
do.
licensed stuff, but never
Yeah.
Nintendo directly.
One that
Yeah.
I thought of was gummies based on the X parasites in Metroid.
Ooh, I
I was
like it.
thinking cotton candy shaped like Boo.
Okay.
Or Kirby candy. So, two that I thought of. Why are we not just slapping M stickers on tomatoes and calling them Maxim tomatoes? And that's our Kirby tie-in. The other thing is why in the world have we not yet developed a little Pikmin like onion ship thing that when you slide the slot open, various little colored Pikmin candies fall out?
There you go.
That's
And you're
why
You're
that's why
like
you're
you're
eating
hired.
you're eating the Pikmin.
kind of like a
So
backwards take on a Pez dispenser.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like they fall out and they're the consistency of sweet tarts.
Who
You know, blue
remembers Pez
Pikmin, red
dispensers, eh?
Pikmin, yellow Pikmin. They could be Pez. Pez is fantastic. I was a
Pez was
45-year-old man. I
nasty.
get
I hated
no, it
Pez.
is not. I look as a 45-year-old man, I get Pez in my stocking every year, and it's gone the day of. Chocolate oranges last at least 2 months. Pez decimated. It's so good.
Never liked it as a
Um,
kid.
well, it triggered something in me as a 5-year-old kid, or whenever I got Pez, and now I have to have it. It's
I remember the smell. I hated the smell, and it just never got to the
yeah.
taste because the smell was
Well,
so bad.
I listen, Pez, if you're out there, I would love to be a Pez dispenser. That's a bucket list thing. I want
So
I want to
it
I want them to make one of me.
okay.
Marty Pez
They should a
dispenser. There you
Nintendo
go.
Dad's pack. We can do a
Yeah,
Nintendo Dad's
Nintendo
pack,
Dad's 4 pack
four-pack
of
of
Sure.
Pez.
Pez. Yes. Come on.
So a few answers in the chat. We've got Ninfrendo says Kirby would be a marshmallow peep. Victaris says I'm thinking Pikmints and gummies in the shape of Kirby.
Pigments is good. I like it.
And then he also said Kirby just looks like he's made of gummy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Victaris also says I'd rather have Pez over Necco wafers.
Oh. Necco wafers are like the things that old people buy, and they're like, "This I ate these when I was a kid, and they were 5 cents."
Yes.
And you're like,
I
"I
don't
know why they
remember what
were,
they are.
because they're made out of chalk, sugar, and despair."
It's made from leftover
Oh,
chalkboard stuff.
okay.
That Necco wafers are made from like the bones of factory
It's
workers that
like
have been ground
it's like a
down
giant
after
sweet
so
tart.
many. Yeah, no, but
But it
just
doesn't taste like a sweet tart.
oh, oh, they're like, this one's chocolate. And I'm like, it still tastes like doo doo. It's like put the Necco wafers right next to the ribbon candy that grandma has in the crystal dish that like is
So
Mm.
growing
when
dust
the
and dirt
Google
on it.
search results
Oh,
has AI information that's just randomly out
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Originally
of
released
course not.
1847, discontinued 2018. For
Got, do
150
you guys
years.
do you realize I did not know this, but I went to the Pez website and 100 rolls of Pez. 100. It comes in a box. 100 rolls of Pez is $15. That is a
Wow.
steal of a
Put,
deal.
put that on your Christmas list.
Why did I never know that I could get 100 rolls of Pez at the same time? And
People were
they're
keeping
all the
it from you,
flavors.
Marty. They were keeping it from you.
Orange, there's cherry, there's grape, strawberry, raspberry, lemon, and they even have the sour Pez mixed, but it's sold out right now. Probably because sour Pez is probably good. But
So, guys, if you guys had your own Pez dispenser that was made in your liking, what flavor would you dispense?
orange.
All right, Marty's would have orange. Jesse,
Strawberry.
strawberry. Okay. I would do pineapple.
There is pineapple. There's sour pineapple.
And what would we make Justin have since he can't pick it himself?
Snozberries.
Schnozberries. All right. Sounds good.
I mean, or let's see.
Watermelon.
There is no watermelon Pez. There is, you know what his
Yeah,
is?
there is a
The
sour
grossest.
watermelon.
There's a gross Pez flavor I just found here, and I did not know that they made these. The sugar-free peppermint Pez. That's Justin. It's sold out, probably for good reason, because
Justin
they
would
made
have to
one
be
box of it, and we're like,
Justin would have to have some sour flavor. Sour
oh
raspberry,
yeah,
sour green apple.
they have sour watermelon, pineapple, blue raspberry, or green, or yeah, hmm it'll be sour raspberry. I don't know. I didn't know they had
Nifrendo,
these.
Nifrendo
I'm
said
buying them now.
brown. It'd be brown, and the Pez would come out of the back end of the dispenser.
I think it's confused with a poos dispenser. Anyway,
All right, the
now I
next
want Pez.
question is from Mikey Burgett. He said, prediction time. What do you think we will get, or when do you think we will get new cast announcement, full trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy film?
I thought we
Well,
would have had it by now, because the thing's 6 months out.
I'm going to call November on this.
Maybe college bowl season, near Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna guess between now and October 12th at the New York Comic Con, we're gonna get cast announcement.
Well, New York Comic Con's right now,
Is
right?
it that this weekend?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Between now and the 12th, we'll get a cast announcement.
Well, it's possible. I mean, I'm not supposed to say this, but they're still locking down the contract, for Danny DeVito to play Bowser Jr.
Okay.
He's too busy doing
So
Jersey Mike's commercials.
yeah, yeah. Well, they can't get him away from those things.
Yep.
He loves a sandwich. Loves a sub sandwich.
If they try to replace him, but he's fighting it. That's it for the questions.
All right. Well, and that's it for our show this week. I want to thank you for hanging with us for episode 548. As we close out the show, we want to say a huge thanks to our Patreon producers, Dave Ernsberger, Jacqueline Amira, and an anonymous Patreon producer, as well as our other 100 plus patrons. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on over here at Nintendo Dads HQ. That includes you Twitch Prime subscribers, Twitch followers, YouTube subscribers, podcast subscribers. Whatever you do, if you get the show and you promote the show or you signal boost the show, we love you guys, and we're so very thankful for each and every one of you. That's, I think it's Fluffy from Harry Potter. Anyway, who's had an unfortunate accident, it looks like, in the front. It's busted open.
It's just a hairy chest.
Mouth.
Just a hairy chest, yeah. Speaking of hairy chests, you can go over to nintendodads.org for our family of podcasts and other recommended podcasts like Star Wars Dads, Mega Dads, Dad Crossing, Retro Logic, and their family of podcasts. Our latest YouTube videos and tweets, Patreon and Extra Life pages, social media, and Nintendo Dads merch. And speaking of merch, don't forget to head over to our sponsor, manscaped.com. Use the code NINDADS and get yourself 20% off your order. That's 20% off the total of your order by using the code NINDADS, NINDADS. Treat yourself at manscaped.com or treat somebody that you love. Email us at nintendodads@gmail.com or call in and leave a voicemail at 929-25NDADS. That's 929-256-3237. Let's say a big thanks to OC Remix for the music we use throughout the show, and remind you, wherever you catch us in your podcatcher downloader of choice, if they have a rating system, if they have a review system, we would love a rating and review, preferably as high as it can be, preferably some nice words. It helps people find the show, and it just pushes us up the charts. And who doesn't want that, right? Who doesn't want that? Anyway, for me, for Tim, and for Jesse, it's been episode 548 of Nintendo Dads.
You sure?
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening.